Resolved. Whipping your children is not a form of child abuse. We'd all like to say that we are above whipping our children, but the truth of the matter is that we've made childhood entirely too soft for children these days. We say that we don't appreciate violence, yet we pay good money to watch it in the theaters, and we pay plenty of money for those must-have video games. We say that we don't do conflict, yet we all know that those reality TV shows would be pretty boring unless somebody didn't get drunk and fight. People tell their children that sex is simply taboo, but make it out to look marvelous on magazine covers and in TV shows. Nowadays, a woman is simply not a woman unless she's a sex symbol, and men are just simply not men unless they're objectifying her. We download this into kids' brains and then wonder why that there's glitches in their systems. Have you ever heard the saying, do as I say, not as I do? You can assume that a child that has any type of respect for anything has had a spanking in their life at least once or twice. Things are just simply just now getting real. Little kids have too many distractions and too many electronics today to even think about listening to what a parent has to say to them. So, when your child's not listening to you, then there's nothing wrong with just simply smacking some sense into them. Literally. We must adjust to the times because, after all, times are changing, right? So there's nothing morally wrong with whipping your child unapologetically. If you tell your kid he can ride his bike as long as he does not ride in the street, and your kid takes his bike out into the middle of the street, there's nothing wrong with telling your kid to get back over here, and then when he gets back over here, taking him off his bike and whipping him for not listening, because after all, he didn't listen, right? Eventually that kid's going to learn, well, maybe I should not ride my bike in the street. There's a saying that goes, a little pain now or a lot of pain later. Spanking does not have to be the first option, no. Like if your kid walks in front of the TV when the game-winning pass comes on, you don't have to up and smack your child. But when the time calls for a whipping, the time calls for a whipping. Today's parents are trying to be more a friend to their children than they are a parent. That's what's wrong with society. In all reality, kids really just want a parent. They don't want a friend. Yes, it's nice to have somebody to come home and talk to, but they don't want you to be a friend. They want you to be a parent. Nowadays, kids need some coaxing. Spanking does not teach a kid to hit. It teaches a child to listen to their parents and their enforcers, and that there are going to be consequences toward their actions if they do wrong. Remember, a little bit of pain now or a lot later.